All right, so grabbing whatever you need for the practice today, if that means blocks, strap, yes, go ahead and grab a strap. If you don't have one next to you, grab a strap if you use blocks for your practice. If you need blankets, pillows, a chair, 2 chairs, an eye pillow for relaxation. So whatever you use, go ahead and make sure you have those things within reaching distance so that you don't have to get up and wander during the practice today, so that you can have the whole practice to you. All right, so sitting ourselves up nice and tall in simple cross leg, and I'm sitting on a pillow, which helps with my tight hip flexors. If you've got a tight low back, if you've got tight hip flexors, sitting on a pillow or a couple of pillows can be very helpful, especially if you find yourself on the ground and your knees are up really high. Feel free to use whatever props you need to help make this practice work for you. All right, so sitting ourselves up nice and tall, and let's go ahead and rock ourselves a little bit from side to side, just beginning to center, beginning to ground. And the rocking helps to begin to quiet the mind too. So slowing things down, slowing down those thoughts of the rest of the world and just focusing in on our practice today. And then maybe taking that from front to back. A little bit of rocking from front to back. And also, if you've got an anxious nervous system today, the rocking from side to side or front to back can be very helpful in calming that nervous system. So it's a very primal move, very primal way to calm the body down. Let's turn this rocking into some torso circles. So now we're taking it into our yoga movements. So moving that, making those torso circles as big or as small as is comfortable for you. And especially because our muscles are still cool, they aren't warmed up yet, maybe you don't have as much mobility as you will later on, and that's okay. Listening to the body and knowing that that will change. Also reminding yourself that every day is different. Maybe the last time you did yoga, you were able to do some different moves. Maybe this time things have changed, but just again, listening to your body and respecting that. Go ahead and change that, whichever way you were going with those torso circles, go the other way. Change that. Good, just circling that the other way and trying to keep our torso tall. I'm telling you that because I was finding myself hunching over. Try and keep that nice and tall, trying to keep our spine engaged, our spine lengthened. Many times, anytime I tell you something, it's because I'm reminding myself too. It's because I'm recognizing it in myself and then I'm like, oh, I should say that out loud. It's very helpful. All right, bring that back to center. Good, and sitting ourselves up. Go ahead and roll our shoulders back. Roll that out. Good, and roll those shoulders forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. Good, shake those arms out. Let's do some sun breaths here. Let's do a few sun breaths. So let's go ahead and inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale it up. And exhale that out. And inhale it up. And exhale it out. Good. Lean it back and switch those legs. So let's switch the cross of the legs. So putting that opposite leg in front. And then maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, a little bit from front to back, maybe a torso circle or two, just to, and I feel very much a difference with the switching of the leg. Good. Inhale, lift yourself up. And then exhale, release that down. Let's do a sun breath here. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Let's take that up again. Inhale and sweep this up. This time as we exhale, let's either clasp our hands behind us, reaching back for those hands, or you can grab your strap. If you don't have the mobility or flexibility in your shoulders or your chest just yet, then feel free to use that strap. That strap can be very helpful in a lot of our poses, a lot of our movements. If you're having some tightness, or if you've got an injury, if you're overcoming an injury. We've got those hands behind us. Let's try and sit ourselves up tall. Let's look to the right and look to the left. Look to the right again. And then look to the left. Bring that head back to center. Drop our right ear towards right shoulder. And then left ear towards left shoulder. Bring that back to center. Release those arms and shake that out. Very good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. And arms can be right there on your legs or by your side. We're going to do a little bit of neck work. So let's go ahead and drop our chin down towards our chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Bring that head back to center. Look to the right again. So let's go and look to that right. Think about that chin going to the shoulder. And then look to the left. Good. To the right. And to the left. Same thing. Chin is going to that shoulder. Not trying to bring the shoulder to the chin. So trying to keep our chest open. Good. And bring that back to center. Let's drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Left ear towards left shoulder. Head back to center. Let's do some neck circles here. So let's drop our chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. And taking this from side to side. So half neck circles here. Good. Take that from side to side. And maybe if you've got tension in your neck or in your shoulders, maybe this can be helpful with that. Good. Let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift our head up to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. As we exhale, let's drop our left hand to our right thigh. Right hand's just going to come beside us or behind us. And let's do our first little spinal twist of the practice today. So little twist. Maybe you're using the leverage of your hand on that thigh. And breathe it here in this twist. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Now let's take that right hand to our left thigh. Left hand, either to the side or a little bit behind you. And let's do that spinal twist on this left side. Good. And use your deep breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen up through our torso, through that spine. And let's do a few sigh breaths here. Let's inhale it here. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. And one more time. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Bring our arms out in front of us. Stop hands. Point our fingers down. Point those fingers up. Point those fingers down. Point those fingers up. Bring our arms out in our peripheral. We can see those arms. Take our palms up. Make some fists. Roll those knuckles in. And let's do that seated cat and cow here. So let's go ahead and open this up. And then let's round this. So let's inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. Good, back to neutral. Open that up, press those palms down. Good, roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand down, reach our left arm over. Let's try and keep our left glute, left hip onto the floor. Good. And if you're finding that you're rounding a lot or that you've got some abdominal pain or some back pain, you can always feel free to do any of this against a wall if you need that support. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, release that down. Not letting the mobility or anything stop you from doing your practice. You can use as many props as you need to for your practice. Movement is so important. Even if it's minimal, even if it's all that you can do, you're still doing it. It's very, very important. Let's inhale and sweep this up and exhale that out. Good. Inhale and sweep it up again. Let's do that again. So drop our right hand down again, reach over with that left arm. Maybe you're able to get a little bit more rotation or a little bit more lengthening, this time in the stretch. And use that breath. That breath can help a lot with lengthening and opening up any tightness. Good, inhale and lift this up. Go ahead and drop that other hand down. Reach this over. And maybe a little bit rotation here, a little bit more rotation, a little bit more lengthening. And inhale and lift this up. And exhale that out. Good. If you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and move that off to the side. And let's lean it back here. And we're going to begin to warm up our legs. So let's go ahead and take our legs as wide as our hips, or you can go wider. I'm going to go a little bit wider. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and drop our knees side to side for some windshield wipers right here. Ooh. Beginning to warm up glutes, hips, low body, warm up those legs as well. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. So we've got this nice right leg zigzag. Sit ourselves up tall, lengthen up through that torso. Let's twist to the left first. Get a big left side twist. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a big right twist. Oh yeah, and you can twist as deeply into this twist as feels good for you. Maybe you're even going to that comfortably uncomfortable point. Remembering to breathe, use that deep breath, that deep inhale and that deep exhale. Good, let's bring this back to center and let's twist quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and center. Good. Hinge this forward. Feel free to use blocks here if that's helpful. I'm going to use blocks, and I'm going to take my blocks a little bit higher. Actually, no, it feels better right there. So just hinging right here, hinging forward, and maybe your hinge isn't very big. Mine isn't very big because my hip flexors are tight. My low back's a little bit tight today. So not very big because we're trying to keep a nice long spine without rounding. So the goal here is to lengthen through our hips and lengthen through that spine rather than to reach. So that's what we're working on. Oh, good. All right, let's shift that weight back again, back to the back, and let's go ahead and take this from side to side once again. So dropping these legs side to side, windshield wiper legs. Good. Good. Let's go ahead and keep that left leg in front. Left leg zigzag. Sit ourselves up tall. Twist to the right first. So a tall twist to the right. And then let's go ahead and take that big twist. Big twist to the left. Ah, I love that one. Good. Maybe your hip and glute are lifted up off the ground, or if you're super hyper flexible, maybe your hip and glute are still on the floor. But everybody is different, listening to your body and twisting into this as deeply as feels good for you. Breathing it as well, breathing deeply. And let's bring this back to center and twist quick for 4. Take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Hinge this forward just like we did on that other side. And maybe your hinge is small. And that is perfectly good. It's your practice, listening to your body. And go ahead and release that. Oh, good. Let's take our legs, bent legs, feet flex, bring our arms behind us, and we're going to go into reverse table. So let's have our fingers facing towards our feet. Let's go ahead and plant our feet onto the floor. And we're going to press our hands into the floor and lift our pelvis up so that we are in that wonderful reverse tabletop. Good strengthening for those arms, good strengthening for that leg. Still warming things up though, but also good for that, the core, for your abs, for your glutes. And breathe. This one always feels good in my biceps. It's a good bicep stretch here, good shoulder stretch and strengthening. Strengthening for those legs. Good. And that neck is nice and neutral. So we're not letting it go back. You're either slightly looking above you or out in front of you. So nice and neutral neck. Good. Go ahead and drop that down. Simple cross leg. And let's hinge this. So aren't you glad we did a hinge a few times already? So maybe your hinge is a little bit deeper now. Good. Take this back and we're going to go into that reverse tabletop one more time. Or if you'd like, you can go reverse plank. I think I'm going to go reverse plank, but you don't have to. You can go into that tabletop again. We're going to lift that pelvis up. Heels or feet are on the floor. And let's breathe it here. Working on, this is still a warm-up move, but it's also a strengthening move. Working on that hold, that isometric hold. Breathing, breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Trying to keep that pelvis lifted, keep that core strong. Good. Drop that pelvis down. Simple cross leg. Hinge that forward. Very nice. Let's lengthen through our legs and find ourselves in our staff pose. Staff pose, one of the most difficult poses because we're having to use our core to hold ourselves up. There's no support here. If you need support though, if you need to be against a wall today, then again, listen to your body. Every day is different. Maybe you're dealing with an injury or coming back from an injury, or you've got some stuff going on. Lengthening through our arms, lengthening through our legs, feet are flexed. Let's do 3 breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, release our arms down. Let's bring our right leg in. Bring our right leg in, give our right leg a nice big hug. Hug that in. And then let's take this right leg over our left. Let's wrap our left arm around our right leg. Take our right hand behind us. Woohoo. And deep twist here. Keep that left foot flexed and active and breathe. Very nice. Let's twist it towards the inside. So twisting that to the left. Breathe it here. Bring that back to center. Take the bottom of our foot to the inside of our thigh. Peace fingers are going to reach for our big toe or our hand for our shin. And let's go ahead and stretch through this leg. Now your leg can be on, or your arm can be on your hip, lowest rib or reaching over, or that thigh, just depending on your flexibility today or where it feels best for you today. I need a little bit more rotation today, so I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna try and rotate my torso open a little bit more. And breathe. Good, let's release that. Find ourselves in our staff pose again, and we're gonna go 3 more breaths. In that staff pose, reach up through our arms. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release that down. Let's bring our left leg in. Bring that left leg in, give that a nice big hug. Oh yeah, that feels good. Then let's go ahead and take our left over our right, wrap our right arm around our left leg, and let's twist that to the left. Go ahead and keep that right leg nice and active. Keep that foot flexed. And then let's take this to the right. So stretching to the inside and breathe here. And bring that back to center. Take the bottom of our foot to the inside of that thigh. Peace fingers for the toe or hand to shin. And let's stretch on this side. So however you stretch on the other side, try and equal it out. So try and make it balanced and stretch it the same on this side. And breathe. And then let's release that. Very nice. Let's take it down into some bridge work. So go ahead and grab a block. Let's take that block between thighs. Let's go ahead and take that, or between the knees. Actually, let's take that down onto our backs. And we've got our feet lined up with our knees lined up with our hips. Let's take our hands by our side and let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up. So we're lifting this up into a nice bridge. And then we're going to slowly lower this down. So we're imagining that as we lift, we're lifting each vertebrae up off of the floor, up off of the mat, as we lift our pelvis and glutes up. And then as we lower down, we're imprinting each of those vertebrae back down into the floor. So kind of rounding that spine. So lifting that up and then rounding it back into the floor, taking that down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and lift that up, bring that up, and then rounding that back down to the floor. Good. This next one, let's inhale and lift. Lift and hold it here. As we are holding it here, you can exhale it, but still holding this up in this nice bridge. If you need to take your shoulders underneath you a little bit, you can do that. Or even if you want to clasp your hands underneath you, you can do that as well. But we're going to hold this bridge here. And I love using the block because we automatically have to engage those inner thighs because we're having to hold that block with our knees. So keep this here, keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling, keep squeezing those glutes. Things are kind of having to work here just in this hold. Let's do 2 more breath cycles. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Let's slowly drop that pelvis down towards the floor and then release that. Keep the block between those knees and lift our legs up. Take our hands behind our head and we're going to do a crunch here. So we're going to do abdominal curl and then lower this down. Keep those legs up. We're going to do 8 abdominal curls here. Fingers are barely touching your head. You don't even have to have your hands touch your head. And we lower this down. We're going to lift and lower. We've got 6 more. Lift and lower. 5 more. Lift it up for 5 and lower. 4 more. Here's 4 and lower. 3 more. Here's 3 and lower. We've got 2 more. Lift it up and lower. 1 more. Lift it up and lower that upper body. Very nice. Let's go ahead and lower the lower body. So now our feet go back onto the floor. Let's lift that pelvis back up into a bridge. Good. And find that nice strong bridge here. Walk those feet maybe a little bit closer to your glutes. Maybe your shoulders go underneath you a little bit. And we'll hold here for 4 breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. 2 more times. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And 1 more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Drop that pelvis down. We're going to do those abdominal curls. Strength for the abdominals. 1 more time. We'll do 8 of them. So let's lift those legs back up. You can flex through those feet. Hands behind the head. Or they don't have to be. They can be beside you too. If you feel like you're holding your head too much, because we're using our abdominals here. We don't want to be using our arms to pull ourselves up. We're using that core to pull ourselves up. So let's go ahead and lift this for 8 and take that down. Let's lift it for 7 and lower that down. Lift it for 6 and lower that down. Lift it for 5 and lower that down. Lift it for 4 and lowering it down. Lift it for 3 and lower that down. Keep those feet flexed. Lift it for 2 and lower that down. And 1 more. Lift that up and lower that down. Good. And you can lower that lower body. Very nice. Lift ourselves back up into bridge 1 more time here. So we do front abs and back abs. So front abs were those curls, back, well, not abdominals, but low back strengthening for those back muscles. Front muscles, back muscles. That's what I mean. For your back muscles is this bridge. So holding this, let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. 1 more breath cycle. Inhale it and exhale it. Wonderful. Drop that pelvis down. Very nice. You can release that block. Let's drop our knees over to our side, take ourselves onto our side, and then press ourselves up. We're going to bring ourselves up onto our quadruped position. So that means all 4s. We're going to come onto those hands and knees and do a little bit of cat and cow and shoulder stretch. So shoulders are over our wrists, hips are over our knees. Let's drop our belly to the floor, eyes to the sky as we inhale. Round our spine, chin to chest as we exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Good. Flattening through our back. Let's take our right arm. Lift our right arm up and we're going to thread the needle through. Take our temple onto the floor and then both palms on the floor. And stretching this right here. Glutes are lifted in the air. So good stretch for shoulders, good stretch for back. And breathe. And let's bring ourselves back onto all 4s. Cat and cow again. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop the belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Good. Flatten through the back. Lift our left arm up. Let's sweep this through. Thread the needle. And temple on the floor, both palms on the floor. And stretch this here. And breathe. And bring ourselves up. Let's go into our first balance, our bird dog, and it's our strengthening as well. So we're still on that quadruped, all fours, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's lift our right leg up, flex through that foot. So foot is flexed and toe is pointed down, reaching through that left arm, holding here in this strong bird dog. Let's go ahead and take elbow to knee 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach and hold. Good. Holding that here. Release our arm, release our leg. Let's take it to the other side. Lift our left leg up, flex through that foot, toe pointed down, nice flexed foot. Reach through our right arm. Good. Nice bird dog here. Elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and lengthen. And last one, reach and hold. Good. Release the arm, release the leg back into nice child's pose. Take that back, glutes go back towards heels. Lengthen through those arms. Good. Ooh, makes my foot cramp up. Looking at those hands, let's walk both of our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand, place it right on top of that right hand, and then that left glute is going to go towards that left heel. And then switch that. So walking hands over to the left, let's take our right hand on top of our left hand, and now our right glute is going towards that right heel. Very nice. Bring this back to center, and we're going to move into our sun salutation. So place your blocks where you want them if you're using them for your sun salutations. I'm putting mine at the front edge of my mat. And we come back up onto all fours. Let's go into our first downward facing dog. So let's curl our toes under. In this first down dog, we're going to have our knees super bent. So we're going to keep our knees bent first. So let's go ahead and lift our tails to the sky. Keep those knees bent. Lengthening through that spine. Ooh, and lengthening through those arms, through those shoulders. And then we can begin to pedal our heels. Pedaling those heels down towards the floor, stretching through those calves, stretching through those legs. And then let's find some stillness right here. So finding stillness in this downward facing dog. Maybe you can nod that head yes or shake that head no. Let's lift up on our toes, heels high. Let's drop both of our heels over to one side. And then lift that back up center and drop that over to the other side. And then lift that back up to center, and let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold at the front of our mat. Let's go ahead and ragdoll it here first. So let's let those arms dangle. So no support by the blocks yet. Let those arms just dangle. Let those feet begin to root into the floor. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Make a frame for that head. So those arms are making a frame. And that upper body is kind of being pulled down towards the floor, while that lower body is rooting into the floor. Those toes are rooting. So you're kind of being hold it in half here and breathe. Good, let's release those arms. And we can go ahead and grab those blocks now to use our blocks if that's what you're using. Let's go ahead, inhale, flatten through that back, nice tabletop, and exhale and release. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Left hand on our block, on the floor, on a chair, wherever you need support there. And let's open this up into a nice lunge, spinal twist, and breathe. And bring this to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Very strong. Let's shift our weight forward. Drop to fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Heart's going to go down and heart's going to lift up. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Good. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back into lunge. Right hand on the floor or on the block or on a chair. And let spinal twist open to the left. Breathe in this left lunge. And bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot. Top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Nice, walk our feet to meet our hands. Let's do those sun salutations again. One more on each side. Inhale and flatten that back. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Good. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor. Spinal twist open to the right. Good, bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, let's walk those feet to meet the hands. Standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back, right hand on the block or the floor, right chair, and let spinal twist open. And bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift the weight forward, drop to front to the knees, and curl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, left hand press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, enjoy this down dog. It's your recuperation. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Good, grabbing those blocks. Inhale, nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Good, let's hold here in chair. Bring our hands to heart, and we're gonna do a seated spinal twist. So let's take our right tricep, right elbow to our left thigh. Seated spinal twist, and breathe. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Relax that in this nice forward fold. And let those arms dangle, or you can let them rest on the blocks. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale around a chair. Good, hands to heart. Seated spinal twist the other way. So let's take our left elbow to our right thigh. And breathe it here. And bring this to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Hold this forward fold. Let those arms dangle, or you can let them rest on the blocks. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around a chair once again. Bring hands to heart. This time, let's take our right foot back. Keep our left leg in front. Right heel stays lifted into a crescent. So we're doing a standing crescent. From this standing crescent, let's move into our proud warrior, our warrior two, and we'll do our warriors right here. So we've got our nice warrior two, proud warrior, face is relaxed, but everything else is strong and working here. Legs are strong, front knee is bent, knee is going over towards that baby toe. Pelvis is pressing forward, lengthening up through that torso, strong arms. Let's drop our back arm, take our palm up, and go into peaceful warrior. Good, lengthen through that front leg. So now both of our legs are straight. Let's windmill our arms down. Feel free to use a block here into triangle. And breathe. So you're either using a block or the hand is on the shin or the thigh or the floor, depending on your flexibility, but not on your knee joint. We don't want it on any joints. And breathe. And let's go and bring ourselves back up. Bend through that front knee, back into a warrior two. Good, actually go ahead and straighten that leg again. And then bend back into that. Get that really good stretch in that inner thigh. And then straighten back up through that. Walk our back foot in, walk that in, heel toe, heel toe. Yes, our arms are still up. And now we get to take our arms behind us into prayer at that low back. Let's go ahead and turn that torso so that our hips are squared right over that front leg. and we're gonna go into pyramid. So just bowing forward, bowing that forward. Front leg is straight, back leg is straight, getting a good hamstring stretch in the front leg. And we're gonna move from this pyramid into our balance warrior 3. So whatever that looks like for you. So shifting that weight forward, you're either up on that toe, or you're lifting and lowering, or you're working on that full balance. And your arms, feel free to put them wherever you would like them. They can be on your back, out to the side, off to the front. I like to have mine on the back. It helps with my balance. And I also like that extra shoulder stretch time that I get with my arms behind me. Good, just holding this here, another breath cycle. Working on that balance. Good, and then from here, let's hinge this. And we're gonna take this into a standing half staff. So that leg is gonna come up, reach our arms up. So nice standing half staff right here. And then let's go ahead and release our leg down to our side. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Oh, excellent. Very nice. So we're in that nice forward fold. Love the forward fold. And that head, we are in an inversion, so the head is lower than the heart. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around into chair. Everything we just did, we're going to do it on the other side. So bring our hands to heart, and this time let's take our left leg back. Right leg stays forward. That nice bent knee. And we've got a crescent right here, standing crescent. And breathe. Good. From here, let's open it into our proud warrior or our warrior 2. Strong legs, strong torso, strong arms, face is relaxed. Let's drop that back arm. Take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through that and breathe. Straighten through that leg. And let's go ahead and take ourselves down. Actually, no, let's go ahead and back into, yes, proud warrior. And then straighten up through that. And then let's tilt ourselves down into triangle. So feel free to use that block. And the whole lengthening through the leg. Both legs, and breathe. Good. Bring ourselves back up, proud warrior. And then straighten through that. Another proud warrior. And then straighten through that. Leave our arms up. And let's walk that back foot in, heel toe about twice. And then let's take hands to prayer at low back. Go ahead and turn that torso, squaring those hips right over that front leg. And pyramid. Bowing this forward, getting that really good stretch in that front leg. And breathe. From here, let's move this into that balance warrior 3. So either up on that toe, lifting and lowering, or lifting that, but trying to work the same as you did on the other side. So trying to get that balanced. Yeah, balanced. So working the same on each side. Do another breath cycle here. And begin to hinge this up into half staff. Lifting that up. Good, and then let's release that leg down. Inhale and lift this. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Move those blocks. Take both of our feet back into top of plank. Drop to our knees and then back into a child's pose. This time our arms are going to come by our side, our palms facing up, so that you're a nice little turtle. Just the turtle child's pose right here. Oh, this one always feels good for that back. And hands by knees. Press ourselves up. Let's take ourselves onto our backs for final relaxation. So grabbing whatever you need. If you use that eye pillow, grabbing that eye pillow, regular pillow, blankets, whatever you need. But taking ourselves all the way onto our backs. We're gonna lengthen our feet towards one end of the room, or lengthen our legs towards one end of the room. Reach our arms, fingers towards the other end. If you've got that eye pillow, go ahead and feel free to place that over your eyes at any point. Just enjoy the heaviness of that eye pillow, the darkness of that. And really lengthen through this. Low back is lifting. Oh yeah, lengthen through those arms, lengthen through those legs. Adding an inch or two to your height right here. Good, inhale it deeply. And with an exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let those feet just fall open, arms open. And quieting, you deserve, you have earned and deserve these few moments of quiet, of relaxation. So good. We've worked our breath and our movement has worked on calming our nervous system our whole practice today. And this is just that extra support, that relaxation, this final relaxation is that the extra support that you deserve. Quieting, slowing things down. And still relaxing, let's bend our knees and maybe tuck that tailbone under if you want your low back to kind of press against the floor. And let's drop our knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side for a breath or two. And very slowly, let's begin to bring ourselves up into a seated pose, a strong and supportive seated pose, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you're in a kneeling pose or a simple cross leg, or maybe you're in a chair. Or maybe you're still laying down, relaxing. Good for you, listen to your body. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. And exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift our head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, Let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take hands to heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale. And one more time. Big, deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see you next time.